Alright, what's happening, y'all? Just had to do a quick film session on Kamren Curl, man. He's looking like one of the biggest steals of the 2020 NFL draft, man. Taken in the 7th round from Arkansas. And it's crazy because Ron Rivera in training camp kind of foreshadowed this man's emergence as safety, because I remember him saying during training camp, well, the weird COVID training camp that we had, that Kamren Curl, even though he's not getting like much starter reps, he never makes the same mistake twice, and that's what he loves to see in a player. So it was only a matter of time before he started having a true impact in the games. And then he already started having an impact in the games even when Landon Collins was there, and he was technically second in the strong safety depth chart. But then after Landon Collins got hurt, Kamren Curl stepped up big and has looked great in Landon Collins' place. Now we're gonna have to discuss what we're gonna do with Landon Collins. Do we trade him? Do we try to move him to linebacker? I don't know, because Kamren Curl is our strong safety of the future. First of all, he's way cheaper and he looks better. He's been a sure tackler. He's better in coverage than Landon Collins has been. He's very versatile. I mean, he plays slot corner, outside corner, strong safety, a little free safety, all while he was in college at Arkansas. And it's showing. His high IQ, his awareness, his versatility is all showing up. Now, a lot of people think that he can be our starting free safety. He's not like that. He's not athletic enough. He's pretty limited speed-wise and athleticism-wise, but he's just such a smart player that he's always there. He's usually involved in the play. He makes the right play. He's making veteran plays like you're going to see with this interception I'm going to show y'all. And again, he's just such a great open field tackler. That is huge for us. Our tackling has been abysmal the past few years, and even Landon Collins has whiffed on a lot of tackles, which has been crazy because that was one of his biggest strengths. But Kamren Curl has been a great tackler since he stepped in, and he's definitely looking like the future strong safety of this team in an elite defense. Once you fill up the free safety position with an elite safety and we get another linebacker, this defense is easily top 3. Nobody wants to play us right now because our defense is playing so well, and we're getting strong contributions from guys on cheap rookie deals like Kamren Curl, Chase Young, and all of these other guys, man. Montez Sweat is young guys stepping up big. It's the future of the organization that's out here having big impacts. So that's how you build long-term success. You have young guys contributing in strong ways, and Kamren Curl is definitely one of those guys up there doing it. Now, of course, we're about to get to the film session, but again, like I try to do with every film session, I try to read y'all some random stats that you may not know. In this case, it's like a ranking, because Pro Football Focus loves this guy. First of all, between him and Chase Young, the Washington football team had more defensive touchdowns that game against the 49ers with 2 than they had the entire first 12 games of the season with 1. And this is the first time in the last 20 seasons that the Washington football team, the Burgundy and Gold, has had multiple defensive touchdowns in a single game. So shouts out to Kamren Curl and Chase Young for that. Also, right now, he has 69 tackles and he's 5th amongst rookies. And remember, he wasn't even a starter until very recently. Since Landon Collins got hurt, he had very limited snaps in the middle of the season. He barely played at all, if at all, in the beginning of the season, and he just became a starter these last few games. And the fact that he's 5th amongst rookies in tackles, man, come on now. 7th round pick, 216th overall in the 2020 draft, and man, we got us one of the biggest steals of the draft, arguably the biggest. Pro Football Focus loves him. They have him graded the 13th best safety in the entire NFL with a 79.2 grade. And remember, he's only been starting a few games. If he would have started from day one, his grade would probably be higher, not only because he would have more production and stats, but also he'd probably be even further in his development. Everybody expected our defensive line to be great coming into this season, but with Ronald Darby and Kendall Fuller stepping up big at corner, mainly Kamren Curl stepping up big in the back end and making great plays in the box and contributing in coverage, which is something Landon Collins just didn't do well at all even before he got hurt. It's working wonders for us. I mean, Jack Del Rio gets to use him like a special chess piece where he can put him anywhere. He can have him in the box, strong safety, almost like a hybrid linebacker. He can have him in the slot. He can have him back in coverage. I mean, Kamren Curl just allows Jack Del Rio to get so creative, and that's why our defense is performing the way it is the past few weeks. Not only has the defensive line stepped up bigger and played better, Cole Holcomb has played better at linebacker, but Kamren Curl is allowing so much versatility in the back end of the defense that offenses don't know what we're going to do, because you don't know what Kamren Curl's doing any given play. But let's go ahead and get to the film, man. I've talked enough. Let's get to it. 1st and 10. Kamren Curl right here near the top of your screen. Great coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, feeling for the receiver, and making a play on the ball. Incomplete, batted down. Great play. Again, he's right here. He was almost outside of the screen, but he's right here, reading the quarterback's eyes, feeling for the receiver at the same time. Great batted down ball. You need both to make this play. You can't just stare at the receiver, because if you're just staring at the receiver and not looking at the quarterback, you don't know when the ball's coming out. This probably would have been completed. But at the same time, you can't just watch the quarterback. You have to also feel for where the receiver is, so you'll be able to be in a position to react. So he's looking at the quarterback. You see his helmet looking at him the entire way. Ball comes out. He's able to react and make a play on the ball. Incomplete. Excellent coverage right there. That's something, honestly, as good as I feel like Landon Collins still is, and he may have been a little hated on just a little bit too much by the fan base before he got hurt. Even though I'm a little bit higher on him than a lot of the burgundy and gold fans, he cannot make this play. This is a Kamren Curl play. Landon Collins cannot make this play. This is production out of your strong safety and coverage. Come on now. This is something usually only corners can do, but again, he's slot corner, outside corner, all of that. Now let's move to the next play. Kamren Curl right here near the bottom of the screen. Again, he's normally somewhere in the box, but he also contributes a lot in coverage. But now he's playing run defense, setting the edge. Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. He finds a way to fight through bodies, and he's the one that makes the tackle. He's not even that big, but he's fighting through bodies. He finds a way, textbook tackle, wrap him up by the waist, lower waist. Again, Kamren Curl right here. Normally covers responsibilities, but he's also, this is why he's such a versatile player, because he can come in the box and make plays like this for minimal gain. There's all kinds of traffic in his way. I mean, he has to fight through so many bodies that are way bigger than him. He has the vision and awareness to make sure he tracks the ball carrier down, fights through the bodies, muscles his way through, and makes the textbook tackle for minimal gain. And there were other guys to make the play, but just imagine if Chase Young and whoever this is weren't there to make the play. This play still would have been made by Kamren Curl, even without those guys right there. Kamren Curl fought through that early enough to make that play himself. Now 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line. Kamren Curl right here. Great play on the run game. Engage with the receiver, get him off of you, make the textbook tackle. Again, take the legs away from him. He can't do anything without his legs. He can't go anywhere without his legs. Again, Kamren Curl where he likes to be, near the box. Get rid of that receiver. Come on now. This isn't just technique, this is tenacity. This is the will to want to be the guy that makes the play. Look at him step up like a linebacker and make that play. Get rid of the receiver and be the one again to make the textbook tackle. Get rid of his legs. He can't go anywhere without his legs. That's the general theme of the way Kamren Curl tackles. That's the way you draw it up. That's what Jack Del Rio wants every time. 1st and 10 now. Kamren Curl right here, mixing it up in the box again. He's in on the blitz. Great speed to get the QB hit and to force an ugly throw. It was completed, but Nick Mullins had to throw that way sooner than he wanted to. And again, the versatility. You've seen him in coverage. You've seen him in run defense. You've seen him everywhere on the field, mixing it up no matter what, in the box, in the back end, in the backfield. And now you see Jack Del Rio trusting him enough to send him on the blitz to mix it up, keep offenses on their toes. Look at the speed, look at the awareness to make sure he doesn't get juked out. And then he lays a good hit on him. No helmet to helmet, no illegal hit, textbook hit. Forced Nick Mullins to throw it sooner than he wanted to. Great play by Kamren Curl to put that pressure on him. You can do everything with him. You can send him in coverage. You can expect them to make a play in run defense, getting rid of receivers and offensive tackles. And you can also expect them to blitz and get a hit on the quarterback. Now you see Kamren Curl, again, where he likes to be, in this general area in the box. And this is the play of the day right here by Kamren Curl. Keeping his eyes on the quarterback, reading the quarterback, seeing there's a receiver there. And this is where trusting your eyes comes in. This is where confidence comes in. This is where high IQ and high awareness comes in. He sees the quarterback throw the ball. He's reading the quarterback. Forget the receiver. That doesn't matter. I already know the ball is being thrown. And this is somebody that trusts his body to move when he needs it to after he dissects the play and makes the right decision. Because a lot of guys may have the eyes and the IQ to make the play, but a lot of guys don't have the body to make the play after they know what's going on. He trusts his eyes. He has his eyes on the quarterback the entire play. He sees he's throwing it. Forget the receiver. It doesn't matter anymore. The ball's out. I'm going to go make this play. Interception, return for a touchdown. Great play. Not only by a rookie, by anybody, by any standard, but not only is he a rookie, he's a 7th round rookie. This is the production you're getting out of a guy like this. This is the trust you're getting out of Jack Del Rio from a guy like this. It takes a lot for a defensive coordinator to trust a 7th round rookie who just starting like 3-4 games ago to make his own plays, his own decisions, and read the quarterback and make plays like this. If he were just reading the wide receiver, this play would have never been made. He would have just been looking at the receiver the whole time. Receiver go up, he would have went with him. It would have just been incomplete to nobody. But because he trusts himself, because Jack Del Rio has enough trust in him to trust himself, he's able to read the quarterback and make this play. It looked like he read it the whole way. I mean, look, and then look at the ability to stay inbounds against the sideline to return it for a touchdown. I like the flip. I like the flavor on that. That's your first interception return for a touchdown, and I believe it won't be your last. If you keep playing like this, he's only going to get better and better, and that's the scary part about it. He's only going to get better and better at this. I love Kamren Curl, man. One of the biggest steals of the draft, arguably the biggest steal of the draft. Kyle Smith is doing his thing, man. Now, 1st and 10. Kamren Curl, this is the furthest back I've seen him during this film session. He's been back there a few times in the game. This is the farthest back he's been on a play that he's had a big impact on, and I like that tackle. He slips and still makes the tackle. Come on now. Now, he's basically operating as another safety. I mean, it's basically 2 deep safeties. It basically looks like they're almost running a cover 2 because he's back here. Almost essentially a cover 4 with the way the corners ran back. And he's technically a deep safety now. He's not in the box. He's not in the backfield like he's been most of the game. This is the versatility I'm talking about. He can actually be on the back end occasionally. And look at him with the awareness to go and make this play. Even though he slipped, he made the tackle. Again, he trusts his eyes, his IQ, and his awareness because he's watching the backfield this play. He's basically playing off of what the offense is doing. He has no definitive responsibility or play that he's supposed to make. Everything he's supposed to do is based off of what the offense is supposed to do, and again, that's him trusting himself. That's Jack Del Rio trusting him to make the right play. He has no definitive assignment. This is just his area. Anything that goes here, anything over here, this is all you go make the play, and I love that. And look at the awareness. Even before Nick Mullins throws the ball, he sees him preparing to throw the ball. He sees the receiver going on the screen. He immediately reacts and runs up. And that's why he's able to make the play, because the tight end isn't able to make a better block on him because he had the IQ to react to this sooner than a lot of other guys would have. If he would have reacted to this late, if he wasn't watching the quarterback and was aware that this screen was coming, if he wasn't watching the receiver and the wide receiver, then the tight end, if he was further back, the tight end would have had plenty of time to get in front of him and make this block, and the receiver would have gone further. But because he's there sooner than the tight end even expects him to, and then jukes the tight end out going lower, he's able to make the play, textbook tackle again, take his legs away from him. He can't go anywhere without his legs. I mean, this is one of my favorite plays of the game from him, honestly. I mean, the interception return for a touchdown is the best play. To me, this is the second right here. This is easily the second. Because again, it's trust, it's IQ, it's awareness. I mean, if he didn't have the awareness and the reaction time to go make this play as soon as he did, this could have been 20 or more yards. You're hoping that Jeremy Reeves can make the play all the way back here, or that's John Bostic, the linebacker. But nope, you don't need them to, because you have Kamren Curl on the play. You give Kamren Curl this general vicinity of a responsibility, and he's gonna make the play. Again, he has to worry about this receiver possibly coming up past him. He sees he goes back for a screen. He's like, oh no, a screen. Let me make sure I don't get blocked. Let me get there as soon as possible. And then the tight end overcompensates. He goes under him, makes the tackle. Bro, I'm telling y'all, he's one of our best players on defense already. There's a reason Brian Baldinger is talking about him almost every week since he started. This guy's making plays that a lot of other guys can't make. And it's crazy because, again, we have him on a rookie deal. This is a special talent for very cheap. This is where your Super Bowl windows open up. You have guys making high impact plays, making big impacts on games, and they're getting paid cheap. We're gonna have to pay them when the time comes, but right now our Super Bowl window is so big and so bright because you have guys that are this good, this impactful on cheap deals. I'm gonna keep saying it. But that's the end of this Kamren Curl film session against the 49ers, man. I appreciate y'all watching, man. We truly have something special. Again, 7th round gem, one of the biggest steals of the draft, arguably the biggest steal. He's looking like Landon Collins' replacement. I don't know if we trade Landon Collins or if we try to move him to linebacker, but strong safety is being held by Kamren Curl. For somebody to be this versatile to where he can basically play outside corner, slot corner, a hybrid linebacker, strong safety, deep end safety occasionally, like when we run quarters or we run. Now, I don't trust him to be a single high deep safety by himself, but if we're running like a quarters defense where we have a lot of guys back, he can also do that and play on the back end. He can literally be anywhere on the field. Like I showed y'all earlier, he can blitz with not only speed but awareness. I mean, he's just one of the most versatile players you can find on this team in the league, and we have him 7th round pick. Again, Kyle Smith is just a genius. I'm so glad that we have this guy in the future. Just like I spoke about in the Chase Young film session, this is how you have your team Super Bowl ready as Super Bowl contenders. You have a lot of great talent on rookie deals. You have a lot of players that you draft late in the draft. You develop them yourself. You allow them to make plays. And this is one of the reasons I love this year as like a trial year under Ron Rivera. He came here and signed a lot of guys for cheap. We have a lot of show out, breakout free agent signings for cheap, like Cornelius Lucas, Wes Schweitzer, JD McKissick, and all of those guys, even more than I'm naming. But then also in the draft, we took flyers on guys like a Kamren Curl and like Antonio Gibson in the third, and we allowed them to develop. We gave them starting level minutes, even if they were rough on the edges in the beginning. We allowed them to go out there and get meaningful in-game minutes, and now they've developed because of it. If we would have just played the veteran guys, we wouldn't have a Kamren Curl or an Antonio Gibson as far in their development as we do. And that's why I love the fact that Ron Rivera was going into this year as a trial and error year and see what we can do, try different things, making sure guys can make plays and get meaningful snaps so they can learn instead of just only getting snaps in practice. And Kamren Curl is a big example of that. We're out here just drafting guys in the 7th round and they're turning into future Pro Bowlers. I mean, this is what we're doing with Kyle Smith and Ron Rivera. This team is built for not only instant success, but it's long-term success, which is most important to me. I want to be one of those teams like the Seahawks, the Packers, the Patriots, that are always involved in the conversations of being one of the greatest teams in the NFL for like 10 years or more. And we're definitely building those building blocks. We have a lot of great young talent on cheap deals that are playing at near a Pro Bowl level or at a Pro Bowl level and even possibly an All-Pro level. And that allows us to free up cap space. I mean, great young talent on rookie deals equals Super Bowls because you're able to pay other guys. And that's why I feel like drafting a quarterback on a rookie deal and he ends up being great increases our Super Bowl window because, again, that's more capital you can allocate to other parts of the team. Defense, offensive line, free safety, linebacker, whatever. At least you're not having to pay big money to your edge rusher because of Chase Young. You're not paying big money to your strong safety if we trade Landon Collins because of Kamren Curl. You're not paying big money to your quarterback that's leading you to the Super Bowl because you have him on a rookie deal. I'm telling y'all, man, this is the formula. But again, as always, man, I appreciate the view. I appreciate everybody supporting the channel, man. Please like this video if you liked it. If you learned anything, please subscribe if you haven't for more film sessions like this. I'm coming out with infinite film sessions throughout this season. And even in the off season, we'll do some review film sessions. Maybe we'll randomly do like a Matt Ioannidis before he got hurt film session, Tim Settle film session, some film sessions on the offensive lineman, the receiver, all of that. So expect even more film sessions in the off season, even when there's no more burgundy and gold football, because I will be doing review film sessions on the team, individual, maybe some group film sessions like the entire offensive line or entire secondary. Just be on the lookout for that. Make sure you subscribe for that. And of course, the live streams are going to keep coming. Hit the bell next to the subscription button so you get a notification every time I release a video and a film session like this and all of those live streams. And of course, man, I appreciate everybody that donates to the channel. Shouts out to all of my sponsors, especially the Pro Bowl sponsors whose names you see scrolling on the screen right now. And I appreciate everything y'all give to the channel, man. I'm gonna catch y'all later.